Have you ever stopped to wonder if everything we thought about the Lakers' off-season plans was about to be blown wide open? What if the very moves we expected this franchise to make were already sabotaged by a silent power play somewhere else? And what if the man most Lakers fans have barely considered as a realistic target suddenly becomes the key that unlocks a championship window we never saw coming? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, the only place where we break down every seismic ripple across the NBA landscape, because today we dive into a blockbuster proposal that could send OG Anunoby to the Lakers. Smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on what could be the most game-changing offseason move in years. Rumors have swirled for weeks about Kevin Durant's future and the New York Knicks vacuum aspirational stretch, but a recent, realistic trade proposal helps Knicks acquire Kevin Durant, sends OG Anunoby to Lakers report dropped jaws across the league. The scenario laid out by Fadeaway World suggests a three-team deal that leaves the Knicks with KD, the Suns with draft capital, and the Lakers quietly pocketing the 3-and-D maestro, OG Anunoby. But before you jump to conclusions, remember, nothing is official. That's where the intrigue begins. According to the details, here's what supposedly went down. The Knicks, desperate to elevate their status to championship contention, reached out to the Suns with an offer built around their most valuable asset, OG Anunoby. Yes, the same Anunoby who, in his first season with New York, averaged 18 points per game, shot a career-high 2.2 threes per contest at 39% from deep, and anchored one of the league's stingiest perimeter defenses. The proposal would send OG and a protected first-round pick to the Lakers, along with a promising young guard like Immanuel Quickley and perhaps another future pick. In return, New York would land Kevin Durant, a generational scorer still averaging 29 points per game on over 50% shooting, even at age 35. The Suns, facilitating the deal, gain draft compensation to rebuild around Devin Booker. Could this really put the Knicks over the top? And more importantly for us, could it reshape the Lakers' trajectory in ways we never imagined? Let's break down what this would mean if it actually happened. OG Anunoby, at 6'7", with a 7-foot wingspan, is the prototypical modern wing defender, capable of locking down elite scorers like Kawhi Leonard or Jason Tatum on one night, then stepping out to hit a corner 3 on the next. He posted a +4.1 defensive box plus Chi- last season, ranking him among the top 10 perimeter defenders in basketball. Beyond his two-way impact, OG's playoff experience with Toronto makes him uniquely battle-tested, something this Lakers iteration desperately needs. With LeBron James entering his age 41 season and Anthony Davis still managing knee concerns, adding a two-way star like Anunoby instantly upgrades LA's third option. Imagine LeBron driving the lane, collapsing a defense, then kicking it out to OG in the corner for a smooth catch-and-shoot triple. Could this be the missing piece that turns this roster from very good into a legitimate finals contender? But hold on, we're not even halfway there. Think about the ripple effects on the Lakers' depth chart. Right now, Alex Caruso, Rui Hachimura, and Austin Reeves are penciled in as the primary wings behind LeBron and AD. Caruso offers hustle and hustle alone. Hachimura provides occasional scoring, and Reeves is still developing his perimeter shot. Under pressure, Anunoby would leapfrog all of them, slotting into a starting lineup that thrives on spacing and lockdown defense. Could Coach J.J. Redick now run lineups featuring Caruso playing energy off the bench while OG patrols the opposite wing of LeBron, letting Davis roam the high post? Some insiders believe that the synergy between LeBron's playmaking and OG's off-ball movement would create driving lanes that even elite defenses struggle to cover. Is it possible that with OG's arrival, the Lakers would lead the league in three-point attempts per 100 possessions this coming season? Yet, the path to land Anunoby isn't without its hurdles. For one, giving up a first-round pick and Immanuel Quickley cuts into LA's young talent pipeline. Quickly, a 20-point score off the bench for New York last year showed tantalizing playmaking ability coupled with instant offense in limited minutes. Would the Lakers front office be willing to sacrifice someone with Quickly's upside just to chase a win-now piece? Some insiders believe Rob Pelinka has been cautious about parting with young guards, knowing that in an NBA where positional versatility is paramount, a Quickly or Talon Horton-Tucker could turn into a star. Could this be the gamble that defines championship or bust for LA? And how would the locker room react? LeBron James, despite his iconic status, has seen several teammates come and go during his Lakers tenure. Bringing in OG would mean reallocating minutes from bench stalwarts like Gabe Vincent and Taurean Prince, players who earned the trust of the locker room last season. Fans are already tweeting, "Could this upset the chemistry that kept us in games during mid-season slumps?" Yet, Anunoby's veteran reputation as a consummate professional might smooth any potential friction. Some insiders point out that OG's unselfishness, refusing to let his PPG drop below 15 in tough matchups, speaks to a player who buys into winning above individual stats. Is it possible that even current rotation players would welcome a teammate, willing to sink big shots off the next-man-up mentality? Then there's the financial angle. Anunoby is entering a contract year making around $19 million this season, a reasonable price for a 3-and-D stalwart, with the Lakers projecting to be well under the second apron if they can flip Lauri Markkanen's salary elsewhere. They could comfortably absorb OG's deal without sacrificing future cap flexibility. Could this be a masterstroke of timing, hitting their stride just when league-wide salary inflation makes top wings prohibitively expensive? Some Lakers fans on X, formerly Twitter, are already buzzing. If LA locks him in this summer, they avoid the chaos of bidding wars for unrestricted free agents next year. But remember, rumors are rumors until confirmed. Could the Knicks pivot in another direction at the last second? As injuries or front office changes occur, nothing is set in stone. Yet, the most tantalizing piece of speculation lies beyond mere fit and finance. Could this move signal the dawn of a new era, a LeBron final swing, with Luka-ish ball movement surrounding an elite defensive backbone? Picture a late-season play where D'Angelo Russell drives, hits Rui Hachimura in the mid-post, then watches as OG darts to the corner for an open look created by LeBron's gravity. Defenses wouldn't know which star to chase. Some insiders believe a Lakers lineup featuring LeBron, Davis, Anthony Davis, Russell, and Anunoby could rank top 3 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. Is the championship window finally wide open, or will West powerhouses like the Nuggets and Suns simply match fire with fire, and what about the Knicks? Non-Laker fans argue that New York is getting the superior end of the deal by acquiring Kevin Durant, still averaging 29 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists per game, chiseled for 40-minute stretches. Could this push the Knicks over the hump, they ask? But for the Lakers, landing OG would mean eclipsing a roster that currently ranks 12th in defensive rating, projecting to possibly be first if this trade materializes. Some inside circles even believe that simply acquiring Anunoby could demoralize LA's Pacific Division rivals, sending a message that Los Angeles is doubling down on winning now. Could that mental edge be just as valuable as his on-court production? All of this boils down to one central question. Is trading for OG Anunoby the midseason blockbuster that finally delivers Los Angeles back to the NBA Finals? And could it be that the whispers of "it's too risky" are simply fear of change? Lakers fans are already lining up on either side of this debate, some chanting, "build around LeBron or bust," others cautioning, "protect the future first." But imagine, for just a moment, what this roster looks like if OG Anunoby hits the Staples Center floor in 2025. Could we witness a defensive metamorphosis nearly overnight? Could Coach Redick finally unleash his small ball vision, trusting OG's help defense to mitigate bigs like Nikola Jokic and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Some insiders believe that with Anunoby, the Lakers could leap from 9th to 2nd in defensive efficiency by All-Star Weekend, unimaginable only a few months ago. So, what do you think about all of this? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe that acquiring OG Anunoby would be an absolute game-changer, giving us the defensive backbone and shooting threat we've sorely needed around LeBron and AD. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. Anunoby's arrival in Los Angeles wouldn't just be another roster upgrade. It would reshape this team's identity from top-heavy to truly balanced, giving Coach Redick a defensive anchor who can also stretch the floor. Imagine crunch time. In Staples Center, the Kings dribble up court, looking to exploit foul trouble on Davis. Suddenly, LeBron glides toward Timothy, forcing a switch, and in pops OG Anunoby at the free throw line, ready to challenge mid-range pull-ups or rotate to contest a driving guard. His presence alone could deter opponents from attacking seams, allowing Davis to focus on protecting the rim without having to help over every screen. Could this stabilizing force be the secret sauce that turns LA into a finals-caliber defense? Overnight, but the impact extends beyond just stopping opponents. On the offensive end, OG's off-ball movement and cutter instincts would complement LeBron's court vision in a way that few wings can. Picture LeBron isolating on the left wing, drawing double teams, then whipping a no-look bounce pass to Anunoby flashing to the short corner. Only defenders who slide over leave open shooters like D'Angelo Russell for catch-and-shoot triples. Could a simple two-man tag, LeBron and OG, be the lethal dagger this offense needs when stagnant sets start to stall? Some insiders whisper that with Anunoby drawing 1.9 opponents per post-up last season, the lanes suddenly open for AD roll actions, forcing help defenders to make impossible choices. Is it possible that the Lakers, long criticized for stagnant, half-court sets could evolve into the most dynamic pick-and-roll team in the Western Conference? As the season wears on, we'd likely see LeBron's minutes managed more strategically, leaning on OG as an extension of his own two-way hustle. That's crucial when you recall LeBron's late-game disappearance in last year's playoffs against the Timberwolves. Imagine, instead of carrying the entire defensive burden, LeBron can expend energy creating offense, knowing OG is ready to lock down Anthony Edwards if a switch occurs. Could that redistribution of defensive load be the difference between a first-round exit and advancing past a team like Phoenix or Minnesota? Some insiders argue that LeBron's longevity, playing at near-elite levels at age 40, is directly tied to how effectively his coaches can limit wear and tear. Adding Anunoby could be the precise strategic insertion that lets LeBron focus on being benchadont, only subbing when truly necessary, rather than logging 38 minutes of two-way basketball every night. Of course, no blockbuster comes without risk. Sacrificing Emmanuel Quickley and a first-round pick cuts into LA's future upside, potentially delaying the development of homegrown talent. Quickley, at 23, already averaged 15 points off the bench for New York, showcasing playmaking that flirted with Sixth Man of the Year conversations. Could giving up such a promising ball handler and a lottery-protected first-rounder backfire if Anunoby struggles to adapt or suffers a setback? Some Lakers faithful warn that trading youthful upside for an aging, or at least non-youthful, wing could leave the franchise with little leverage when LeBron eventually hangs it up. But then again, Anunoby just turned 26 and has only scratched the surface of his two-way potential. Is it possible that the belief in his prime as both defender and shooter outweighs the uncertainty of a late first-round pick that might land outside the top 20? Another layer to consider: how might other contending teams respond to this shakeup? If word leaks that the Lakers are closing in on Anunoby, could teams like Denver, Memphis, or Golden State double down on their own roster upgrades in response? In today's NBA, making one bold move often triggers a domino effect. What if the Nuggets, anticipating LA's rise, pivot to secure someone like Mikal Bridges, or bolster bench depth that could neutralize Anunoby's two-way threat. Some insiders believe that the window for Lakers' supremacy in the West is precariously narrow. If they enter the season without adding a defender of Anunoby's caliber, they could be leapfrogged by surging teams who seize the initiative. Could hesitation on LA's part inadvertently empower rivals to steal a march, leaving the Lakers playing catch-up rather than setting the pace? Turning to the fan reaction, it's already electric, especially on social platforms where highlights of Anunoby's clutch defense and corner threes highlight his resume. Lakers supporters are dreaming of a starting five of LeBron, Anunoby, D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, and Anthony Davis. A perfect blend of playmaking, shooting, length, and interior strength. Could that quintet dethrone Denver for the West's best regular season record? Some imagine a scenario where mid-December meets, a sold-out home game against the Suns, and chants of OG reverberate after a defensive stop in the final minute. Could such synergy propel Lakers' attendance to new highs, boosting revenue and fueling an energy that trickles into every facet of the organization, from the front office to the training staff? So, Lakers family, that's the burning question, hanging in the balance. Should the Lakers sacrifice youthful upside and draft assets to bring OG Anunoby home, locking in the two-way upgrade that could cement their status as Western Conference frontrunners? Or should they hold their chips, banking on coach-driven development and internal synergy, risking the possibility that a rival like Denver or Golden State leaps ahead with their own aggressive tweaks? Personally, as a Lakers supporter, I believe adding Anunoby is the definitive move to elevate this team into the elite category. His blend of lockdown defense and clutch shooting isn't a luxury. It's a necessity in today's NBA playoff landscape. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below.